Welcome, curious kids, to an amazing adventure around the world. Today, we're going to explore the 7 continents, the huge pieces of land that make up our planet. Each continent is bursting with unique landscapes, animals, cultures, and stories. So pack your imagination and get ready to travel through mountains, jungles, deserts, and frozen lands as we explore every corner of the Earth. North America, from tall skyscrapers to wild frontiers. We begin our journey in North America, a continent full of variety. One moment, you're in a city with towering skyscrapers, and the next, you're standing in front of giant natural wonders. North America has it all, from the bustling streets of New York City to the quiet beauty of the Rocky Mountains. Have you ever heard of the Grand Canyon? It's a massive canyon carved by the Colorado River, so big that it looks like the earth cracked open. The bright orange and red rocks glow under the sun, and the view is so wide it feels like looking at a painting. And then, there's Niagara Falls, a set of huge waterfalls where water tumbles down with such force that it creates clouds of mist and rainbows in the air. But it's not all about nature here. North America is also famous for its vibrant cities. New York, Los Angeles, Toronto, and Mexico City are just a few of the places filled with people from all over the world, living in skyscrapers that almost touch the clouds. North America's history is rich, too, with Native American cultures, the arrival of European explorers, and the creation of modern nations like the United States, Canada, and Mexico. In the wild parts of North America, you might spot animals like bison roaming the plains, bears fishing in rivers, or bald eagles soaring through the sky. Each corner of this continent has something new to offer, whether it's the icy landscapes of Alaska or the tropical beaches of the Caribbean islands. South America, the land of lush jungles and ancient ruins. Next, we head south to South America, a continent bursting with life and color. South America is home to the Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest in the world, which is sometimes called the lungs of the earth because of all the oxygen its trees produce. As we step into the Amazon, we're greeted by the sounds of birds, monkeys, and insects, all hidden in the thick canopy of trees. The Amazon River flows through the forest like a giant snake, winding its way through the jungle. Along its banks, you'll find pink river dolphins, anacondas, and even jaguars hiding in the shadows. This jungle is a true treasure chest of biodiversity, with more plants and animals than almost anywhere else on Earth. Beyond the rainforest, South America's geography is full of contrasts. The Andes Mountains stretch across the continent like a rocky backbone, home to some of the highest peaks in the world. If we travel high into the Andes, we'll find the lost city of Machu Picchu, a magical place built by the ancient Inca civilization. The Inca were skilled builders and farmers, and their stone structures still stand strong after hundreds of years. South America is also famous for its rich and diverse cultures. From the samba beats of Brazil's carnival to the colorful traditional dances of the Andean villages, there's always something exciting happening here. And don't forget to try some local foods. Whether it's feasting on fresh fruits from the rainforest or tasting a delicious empanada, South America's flavors are unforgettable. Europe, a journey through time. Our next stop is Europe, a continent that feels like one big storybook. Here, every country seems to tell a different tale, with ancient castles, historic cities, and charming villages. Europe's history stretches back thousands of years, and everywhere you go, you're surrounded by reminders of its past. We'll start in France, where the Eiffel Tower stands tall in Paris, a city known for its art, fashion, and delicious pastries. If you walk along the streets, you'll see historic buildings, cozy cafes, and artists painting by the river. But Europe is not just about modern cities. Let's travel back in time to ancient Rome, where the Colosseum still stands after centuries. In this massive arena, gladiators once fought in front of cheering crowds. Europe has also given the world incredible art and inventions. From Leonardo da Vinci in Italy to the world-famous composers of Austria, there's no shortage of creativity here. And if you're a fan of magical stories, you'll be happy to know that many fairy tales began in Europe, inspired by its forests, mountains, and castles. Nature lovers will also find plenty to admire in Europe. You can hike through the snowy Alps, see wolves roaming through forests, or visit the breathtaking fjords of Norway, where tall cliffs rise straight out of the sea. Europe may be small compared to some continents, but it's packed with beauty and history at every turn. Africa, the land of mighty wildlife and ancient kingdoms. Now we travel south to Africa, the continent of wild beauty and ancient wonders. Africa is known for its incredible wildlife, and if you've ever dreamed of going on a safari, this is the place to be. Picture yourself riding in a jeep across the savannas, where lions, zebras, giraffes, and elephants roam freely in their natural habitat. Africa's landscapes are as diverse as its animals. You'll find everything from the vast Sahara Desert, the largest desert in the world, to the fertile plains of the Serengeti, where animals migrate across the land in search of food and water. Africa is also home to the world's longest river, the Nile, which flows through countries like Egypt and Sudan. Speaking of Egypt, did you know that it's one of the oldest civilizations in the world? The ancient Egyptians built massive pyramids that still stand today, guarding the tombs of their pharaohs. The Great Pyramid of Giza is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the Nile River was the lifeblood of this ancient society. Africa isn't just about ancient history, though. The continent is made up of many modern countries, each with its own rich culture and traditions. You can hear the rhythm of African drums in countries like Ghana and Nigeria, where music and dance are a big part of daily life. Whether you're exploring bustling markets or hiking through jungles, Africa has endless adventures waiting for you. Asia, the largest and most diverse continent. Our next stop is Asia, the largest continent on Earth, stretching from the frozen north of Siberia to the tropical islands of Southeast Asia. Asia is so big and diverse that it's like several continents in one, with landscapes, people, and cultures that vary greatly from region to region. Let's begin in China, where the Great Wall winds its way across the mountains for thousands of miles. It was built to protect the empire from invaders long ago and remains one of the greatest engineering marvels in history. As we explore the temples and palaces of China, we'll hear stories of emperors, warriors, and great philosophers. In India, we'll visit the majestic Taj Mahal, a beautiful white palace built as a symbol of love. India is a country of contrasts, with busy cities full of colorful markets, peaceful villages, and vast plains where wild tigers still roam. Asia is also home to the tallest mountain in the world, Mount Everest, which stands proudly in the Himalayas. Further east in Japan, we find a land where tradition and technology blend seamlessly. Here, ancient temples sit next to modern skyscrapers, and cherry blossoms bloom in the spring, creating pink clouds that cover the landscape. Asia's cultures are as varied as its geography, from the tropical islands of Indonesia to the snowy forests of Russia. And let's not forget the wildlife. Asia is home to some of the most unique animals on Earth, like giant pandas munching on bamboo in China, Bengal tigers prowling through Indian jungles, and orangutans swinging through the rainforests of Borneo. Australia, a world of unique wildlife and stunning landscapes. Now, we hop across the ocean to Australia, a continent famous for its amazing wildlife and landscapes that seem straight out of a dream. Australia is home to animals found nowhere else on Earth, like kangaroos hopping across the outback and koalas chilling in the eucalyptus trees. One of Australia's greatest natural wonders is the Great Barrier Reef, the largest coral reef system in the world. Under the clear blue water, you'll find colorful coral and thousands of fish swimming in a kaleidoscope of colors. It's like diving into an underwater city full of life. In the heart of Australia, the land turns red and dusty as we enter the outback. Here, giant rock formations like Uluru rise from the ground, and the landscape feels ancient and untouched. Indigenous Australians have lived here for tens of thousands of years, and their culture and stories are deeply connected to the land. Australia may be known for its wildlife, but its cities are just as exciting. In Sydney, you can visit the famous Opera House with its sail-like roof, or relax on Bondi Beach and watch surfers ride the waves. No matter where you go, Australia's laid-back lifestyle and friendly people make it a fun and welcoming place. Antarctica, the frozen frontier. Our final stop is Antarctica, the coldest, windiest, and most mysterious continent. Covered in ice and snow, Antarctica is a place where very few people live, but it's home to millions of penguins. These adorable black and white birds waddle across the ice and dive into the freezing waters to catch fish. In Antarctica, the landscape is stark and beautiful. Giant glaciers stretch as far as the eye can see, and towering icebergs float in the icy ocean. The cold here is so extreme that it feels like you've stepped onto another planet. Even though it's mostly uninhabited, scientists from all over the world come to Antarctica to study its unique environment and the wildlife that survives in such harsh conditions. You might spot seals lounging on the ice, or whales swimming through the frigid waters. Antarctica is a reminder of how wild and wonderful our planet can be, even in its most remote corners. As we finish our journey, we realize how amazing our planet truly is. Each continent has its own stories, cultures, animals, and landscapes, and together they create a world full of adventure and beauty. Whether you're exploring the forests of South America, the deserts of Africa, or the cities of Europe, there's always something new to discover. And the best part, this adventure never has to end. The world is waiting for you to explore it one continent at a time. So, fellow explorers, remember that every day is a chance to learn something new. And here at Curious Kids HQ, we're just getting started. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep unlocking the world's mysteries, because the adventure never ends. If you enjoyed exploring with us, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another adventure. Hit that bell icon to get notified whenever we post something new. Let's keep discovering the world together.